card from the test bench, and I have fetched some thermal grizzly cryonaut paste. Only thing being, I'm not sure there is much left, so in case there isn't much left, I have some Noctua, also very high grade thermal paste, NTH1, and then some tools for just evening out the paste. Also I have isopropyl alcohol for cleaning the chip, the die. So I will be using, let's put this aside for now. I will be using my Gamers Nexus signed toolkit with screwdrivers. A very good toolkit. Shout out to Gamers Nexus. Thank you for all the great videos you do, and keep it up. So, and if you haven't seen Gamers Nexus, you should look at their videos. They're very in-depth and very scientifically. They go through their reviews. So, and they make great products as well. So yeah, let me just grab, I think perhaps this one. And let's unscrew the big screws. And these screws have like a spring. I'll put them here in my magnetic bowl. Okay, so some screws are longer than others. So these two in the back, from here and here, these two were shorter. I will sort of place them in the order I removed them. So I wish I had a Gamers Nexus mod mat. Unfortunately I don't. But the plan is to perhaps get one once I have the possibility to do so. Yeah. All right, so what have you got here then? Let's see. Oh yeah, we can sort of remove the shroud. However, what's holding us back is basically some cables. so we have one cable here, and then we have one on the opposite side. So let's try to disconnect them. And we should try not to pull by the cables themselves. Let's see here. Yep, this one's loose. And yeah, we can see that there is a bit of dust here and stuff. So why not clean this up a bit? I will use a can of pressurized air. Let me just disconnect this connector as well first. There. Great. So far, this is pretty serviceable, I think. I mean, it's easy to take off the shroud. And the fans, let's see here. The fans, yeah, they have some screws here that you can undo and replace if you need. But they're in pretty good shape. Yeah, you see a bit of dust. But let's take care of that first. And also, we can see a lot of dust build up here as well. I will just give it a clean with some pressurized air. And let's see here. I have a can that looks like this. So yeah, just give me a moment and we shall remove the dust. Yeah, so I'm just removing some dust on the back side of the fan blades. Let me turn on some light. Just, you know, getting the static dust off. So yeah, and then I'll take this one. I just put some isopropyl alcohol on this cotton stick, and before it dries out I just let it get all the dust particles, or most of it at least. So yeah, we can see that this side is not as clean as the other one, so we have caught some dust particles, so that's good. We have some static dust here as well, but you know, I don't think that impacts the cooling as much as the fans or the fan blades. So yeah, okay, fair enough. And I have been outside and blown some compressed air through this fin stack, and now I see no large chunks of dust, so that's good. And yeah, so next step then, we would like to remove the heatsink so that we can oh, there's a bit of dust left, okay, but not much, so that we can replace the thermal paste. So let's do that now. I'll place these separately. And the same positions, sort of, so that I remember where they were, even though these screws are the same, but I can place them sort of. Yeah. Okay, so let's see if we can manage to separate or is it still stuck? We have some tiny screws here, but they shouldn't be keeping this one. Yeah, all right, so this is what it looks like. And well, we can see that the coverage isn't completely great, so this corner is empty and it will align with this corner, I believe, when you smash them together. And these parts are a bit empty of thermal paste, so that's not very good perhaps, but let's try to fix that. And we have some thermal pads here for the memory, and luckily they seem to be okay, so we'll reuse those, but we'll clean this up. Let's start with the heatsink. We can perhaps zoom in a bit. And maybe my hand will get in the way now, but let me just fetch a piece of paper. Okay, I have a piece of paper. Take some of the isopropyl alcohol, and it should dissolve the thermal paste here. Yeah, we're getting it off. Yeah, it's not super dry. But still. Oh, I need some more paper, I think. But, we have a copper core here for the die itself. Right, let me get some more paper for the die. So yeah, but this was good. One moment. Okay, so let's put this one aside for now and bring in the die here, and just take a piece of this paper and let's apply some IPA and carefully remove the thermal paste. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we can draw it a bit more, perhaps here at the edge. Yeah, and there's no writing or anything here, but let's apply some new thermal paste. And take a spatula. Let's see if I have anything left in this thermal grizzly tube. Very good thermal paste. I'm not a sponsor or anything. Anyway, I just like their paste. Let's see how much we can get out of here. Of this syringe. Yeah, now it's empty. But I think that what we got here should be enough. Perhaps. Let's try it. So just try to distribute this paste. Oh, you know what? Yeah, the last part of this paste was not very squishy. I believe it has dried a bit, perhaps, actually. So let me... It's too bad because I like the paste, otherwise... let's grab a new piece of paper. Some alcohol. Okay. Right. Let's take the Noctua paste then and see what we got here. Yeah, I'll just remove the uppermost paste in case it's cured a bit. I don't know how old this paste is. So. Okay, it got stuck there. Never mind. So let's apply this Oops, a bit much perhaps. That's okay. And let's try to just it should sort of, it will squish out once we apply the heatsink and screw it on there. It should, the excess should squish out. But let's try to make a thin layer. And get full die coverage at the same time. So yeah, let's go for that. And we can see that we have quite a bit of paste on the spatula thing. So let's put that aside. And do a remount. So yeah, great. Then we'll take our heatsink and we align it. Let's see here. I can zoom out a bit, perhaps. Like that. And let's just try to align it now. Oh, there's a bit of dust there. Yeah. So we have this hole here. I should line it with this one. Something like that. Yeah. And okay, we lost it there. Okay. So just to hold everything in place, I will take the first screw and just slightly, a few turns, and then we'll do the same with the opposite, like that. So, okay, now before I begin to screw them in completely, I will just unscrew them until I hear a click. there was a small click. I don't know if the microphone picked it up, but now we know we're at the start of the thread, so now we can start threading it in again. 5 turns or so. Then I unscrew this. There. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and then I will just go in this repeat 3, and then go to the opposite, sort of form a star pattern like this. That's to make sure that the tension gets evenly distributed so that we get as good contact on the die as possible. So now I'm here. I go 1, 2, 3, and I go there. Oh, I haven't. Yep. 1, 2, 3, and I go there. 1, 2, 3. Go back here. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1. Yeah, this one is done. This one is done. This one is done. And this one is done. Okay. Great. So we have the cooler or the heatsink back on again. Let's try to reconnect the shroud. I really like Sapphire cards for AMD because often they're very good. I have pretty easy to service. They do use, as far as I have seen, I mean, this backplate is aluminum or metallic. I think it's aluminum, and I believe I can see here that they are using. I'm not sure, but it does get hot, so either they're using thermal pads to transfer some heat and use this surface area, which is good, and yeah, I mean, they're pretty serviceable cars, so I like that. Let's see here. I believe this one is. We have the Sapphire logo here, which is lit up. So here we have the LED cable. So let's see here if we can start with this one. There, it should be connected now. And then we have this a bit of annoying thing there. Let me just try to connect it. A bit of camera perhaps, but it's very hard to make it on camera. There. Okay. So we have that one in place as well. Now, place the shroud aligned. Turn the card in the same direction I had before. I will just focus now. Yep. And then we'll take the screws that I have in my magnetic bowl here. in the same order. So yeah, this one was here, and I will first, yep, also turn it counterclockwise just to find the thread so it doesn't cross thread. That's a good thing. Yep, you can hear a click once you find the beginning of the thread when you turn it counterclockwise. Okay, and then we just continue. You can feel a pretty decisive stop once you find the end point for the screws, and it's thanks to the springs on the screws that so we have a couple more. Oops, sorry. It's good that these are magnetic. Yeah, in Gamers Nexus they created this this toolkit of screwdrivers, especially for disassembling graphics cards, and yeah, I bought one because I want to support their work. I really like what they do, and the dedication is unseen of, more or less. So I really like what they do, and they make sure that all their products are of high quality, and yeah, so if you want to service your graphics card to make your life easier and as convenient as possible, I would recommend the screwdriver toolkit from Gamers Nexus. Actually, they have the correct sizes, they fit very snugly, and good grip, good quality. So yeah. Alright, I think we have all the screws back in now, so great. Join me in the next video, and we will have a look at if it works, and what kind of results we get temperature-wise and all that stuff. So yeah, join me in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.